Hello everyone and welcome to this class. In this class I am going to teach you about the terminologies which are used in genetics. Okay. So first of all we will start with the definition of genetics. Genetics is a branch of biology which deals with the heredity and variations. You can connect to this fact by saying that if two parents mates, let's say mother and father, if they mates, then the offspring will be somewhat similar to the both, yet the offspring will be different as compared to both. This heredity, the similarity is the heredity and variation is the difference. Okay, so we will first start with the homologous chromosomes. Okay, now as we all know, humans have 23 pair of chromosome, and 23 means total 46 chromosome. Okay, so for those 46 chromosomes they always pair with their homologous pair. Okay, one comes from father side and another comes from mother side. Let us say this is a chromosome number 1, it came from father side, and this is chromosome same number 1, it came from mother side. Then they will combine, these two will be homologous. Okay, and if I try to combine one, let us say this is chromosome number 1 while this is chromosome number, let us say 2, then they will be heterologous, means they are not at all same to each other. Okay, and if we talk about what same is there, so if let us say it has a gene A here, then the chromosome 1 from mother side will also have gene A, but can be of other variant, can be dominant or recessive. Okay, and if you talk about gene, so gene is the genetic factor that help determine a character. Okay, so basically I'm going to write here genetic factor. Okay, and this genetic factor will further describe the character in the human body. And after the gene comes allele. See, as I have told you right here, this A and A version. Okay, so allele is alternate form of gene, alternate form of gene. Okay, and it can be one, can be two, and can be more, right? And if you learn about learn genetics, then these examples will come to you simultaneously when you study. Okay, and the other thing which I'm going to talk about is locus. Okay, so locus is, see, this is a chromosome. Okay, and let us say this particular white region in the chromosome, I will say this is a locus. So basically locus is a specific place which is occupied by an allele. See this allele, A and A. Let us say this is allele. Okay. So this A and A, whatever variant will be there, it will be found on this particular locus. Okay. So it is a specific place for allele. Okay. Now after this will come genotype. Now genotype is what you call genetic makeup of organism. Okay, there must be a phenotype here. It is a phenotype here. This is physical appearance of organism. Okay, so what I was saying is genetic is when you look at the genes, or you can say alleles of an organism, right? Like I have these two humans right here. I'm sorry for bad drawing. These two humans almost look identical. Okay, but their genetic makeup can be different. Suppose it this first human contains capital A homozygous genes, and this other contains A and small a, which is heterozygous. Okay, so like this, we will continue to homozygous and heterozygous. Okay. First, I will describe about heterozygous. See here, heterozygous. Okay. So, when an individual possesses two different allele on a locus, I have told you about the locus is a specific region. Okay. So, I will draw it here. Let us say I am drawing this chromosome right here, and this particular white region is the locus of that chromosome. And now this particular locus contain capital A and small a. So this capital A and small a are two different alleles. This capital A is the dominant one, dominant, and small a is recessive. Okay, so Because these two are different, that's why we are using the term hetero here and complementing it with the zygous. Okay, and if we talk about homozygous, then you can say that at a particular locus, again I'm drawing this locus, it contain same alleles like this AA, both are dominant. Okay, and if I draw another locus here, then this contain, let us say AA, this small a is a pure recessive. Okay, recessive. So that's why we are calling it homozygous. Okay, homozygous or homozygote. Okay, and about the phenotype or trait I have already described it to you, but let me also describe about characters to you here. Character is simply feature. Okay, feature of an individual or organism. Okay, so basically what confusion is there, that there is a confusion between trait and character. Okay, so let us say I am a human. Okay, I'm going to make two faces here. Okay, a human contains eyes. Both humans, or you can say all the individuals of humans, contain eyes. Okay, so this is what we call as character. Humans have character that they contain eyes. These are eyes. But if we talk about trait, about their physical appearance, let us say one has red eye, one have red eye, and another have blue eyes. Okay, these difference, like this one is blue eye, and this right here is red eye. So uh, this difference is what we call as trait. Trait which is phenotype. Okay, so how will you differentiate it? Simple. Character is overall appearance, and phenotype trait is the specific appearance. Specific in the sense whether it is red or whether it is blue. Okay, now in here I have already told you about the dominant allele and recessive allele. Okay, so it is very simple. Dominant is what dominates, and recessive, it simply hides. Okay, so if I go for a you can say a good definition, then this dominant allele, it will mask the expression of its alternate form. Okay, it masks the expression of its alternate form or allele. Okay, right? So what it will do, it let us say this A is coming from father or mother, anything. Let us say it is coming from father, and the smaller a is coming from mother's side. If they mix up and they will form a heterozygous zygote, then the mix up will create what it will create, it will create a heterozygous condition. Although it is a heterozygous, but in this case the capital A, which is the dominant allele, it will dominate. And if we talk if we say that this A is height, then the individual will be tall, right? A, suppose dominant is the taller one, so tall will be the dominating character which will appear in the individual, and small a, which is short height or dwarfism, okay, it will not appear in presence of dominant allele. And similarly you can describe this recessive allele also. Okay, it hides means it get masked by dominant dominant allele, and the special thing is only express in, sorry for the bad handwriting, only express in homozygous condition. Homozygous condition. Okay, and what is the homozygous condition here is small a and small a. Whenever this allele this combination will be formed, then only the person can be dwarf. Okay, so that's it for the terminology. Thank you very much, and see you soon. If you have any doubt, please write it in the chat box. I will see it and try my best to reply. Okay.